It is time to eat it. Allan, the food dude, joins us this time on Thursdays here on News Talk 98.9, Memphis Morning News. Allan!
Good morning. How
I
you
hope
doing?
you brought something cool.
Well,
See, Allan never pays attention
ice
to
cream.
his surroundings. It's like it's Cinco de Mayo and Allan brings us Italian food. It's 100 degrees outside and Allan brings us hot food and hot coffee. Anyway, I'm just kidding.
well, all right. Well, the idea is that spicy food cools you down.
Oh, okay. I got you.
I haven't opened it yet, but I've got a spoon and a fork today. I was given.
You got double dip today, so all right. Well, let's
it's all
crack it
about
open.
presentation with Allan. So
Yep.
today, I guess the fork and the
Smells
spoon
good.
are
Got the
going
fork
to
and
teach
the
us something new.
spoon, and
Oh, okay.
Right.
Yeah, today we're gonna be talking
Whoa.
meat.
Yeah.
Smells.
Yes.
Smells
I
good.
noticed immediately an odor coming from the container.
An odor. That's a bouquet.
Oh, is that? Oh, I'm sorry. I've just offended all of those sous chefs out there. Like, did he just call my food an odor?
As an odor? What?
right.
Well, yeah. What you got there is I'm gonna let Jeff chew for a moment.
Some sort of pork? Well, I mean,
Yeah,
pork's pork. It's not some sort. It's pork.
Well, it's a pork tenderloin.
Yeah.
And what you are looking at is
A pasta of some kind.
Yeah, a little rotini pasta down there to give you a little base there at the bottom. Little something for presentation.
Okay.
Some onions, some mushrooms. So basically what you're looking at is a pork tenderloin that I rolled in fine black pepper.
Yeah.
Let it sit in the Ziploc bag in the fridge overnight so you got a little flavor in it. You thin slice that bad boy. You saute it over some insert here. In this case, it was onions and mushrooms.
Oh, this is good.
Good thing is you don't really taste the pepper, because a lot of time when people say, I've got this and it's got pepper, you're anticipating
All right, it's
kind of a strong kick.
It's when
subtle,
you
yeah.
add this
Right.
stuff of
What?
there's a huge thing. I have a problem in cooking when people have the adage, you can always add more, but you can't take it out. All right, you shouldn't even have to say that to yourself when you're cooking.
If you add too much of one thing, you just add more of another
Throw
thing
some
to
water
offset
on
it.
All right, one, don't put too much of anything in there. All right, now if you had seen the tenderloin before I cooked it last night, it was black. I had rolled it in black pepper.
Yeah.
However,
I don't see the pepper, but I
how
taste
much
it.
black pepper is that? Over the fact that this is over 2 pounds of meat that
That
is
probably
then going to
renders
get
it off,
thinly
doesn't it? Yeah.
sliced.
Yeah.
So there's just a little dash of pepper per slice. So you're not going to get overwhelmed with this. A lot of people think when a dish is, got a flavor or a spice to it, it needs a lot of it. And, again, flavor to the table. But since I already know Ditch's palate, I kind of know where to target.
Let me ask you, Allan. What's the purpose of a mushroom in cooking? Oh, because I'm asking that in this context. Because just a mushroom it has flavor, but it's not something like.
Is it a filler?
Yeah, what is it, Allan? Is a mushroom for
I know
presentation?
some people that
Is
love
it for-
mushrooms.
Yeah,
and-
but it's what you put on the mushroom. Tell me about
Well,
it.
exactly. A
Because this has
mushroom.
mushrooms in it that are good, because I normally don't like to just pick up a mushroom and eat it without
No.
something being on it.
But the mushroom gave you a little earthier flavor than just sauteed with onions.
All right.
So, because I personally like Spanish yellow onions, which are really bright. You're going to be boo-hooing at the sink while you're cutting them up flavor. I like that strong onion hit. But if you want to tone it down just a little bit, you add some sliced mushroom to it, and now that takes that edge off. And now it's not such a sharp onion flavor. And as you caramelize the onions, you bring out the sugars. Now, that happened before the meat went in. Because the meat, it takes the least amount of time of anything there to cook. So honestly, I started the onions about 10 minutes before the meat was ready to go in. So the onion and mushroom started first. They got to going, got those kind of nice and sauteed out. Then the meat went on top of it. And 10 minutes later, I had already had a pot of noodles sitting there on the side. So I'm kind of like, all right, boom, there's some noodles on the side. There's the main dish. You're ready to eat.
How much of this was homegrown? I mean, because I know you get a lot of stuff that you do in your own mushrooms.
No, I don't do my own mushrooms anymore.
Are they hard?
All right.
Are they difficult?
I mean, I knew you
No,
didn't kill the
they-
pig in the backyard, but I figured maybe the mushrooms.
No. The
or
neighbors
the
get
onions.
upset over the squealing and stuff. So, yeah, mushrooms are actually amazingly fun and easy to grow, and you can buy at like the big box stores. You can buy all kinds of like grow your own mushroom kits,
Yeah.
which are hilarious and a lot of fun, especially if you got kids
Like
old
a
enough
chia
to play
pet.
with them. Yeah, it's kind of like a chia pet you can eat. Which should be the only kind of chia pet I think would be worthwhile having. Chia pet puts out the romaine lettuce edition. I'm totally going to have one. So, mushrooms just take space is the problem. And just, at your house, especially when you get to be my age, space in your house is at a premium because you got a lot of stuff.
You got a lot of stuff at your house, Alan?
And I got a lot of stuff at my house, man.
Alan likes to collect stuff that he sees. Like one day I saw him out back here by the railroad tracks picking something off a bush.
So he's totally opposite of me.
Blackberries.
Where I don't want any stuff.
Well, see, you might actually get to eat those before much longer.
Oh.
So, right now, I got the elderberries going, the blackberries going, blueberries are coming in. So,
What's an elderberry? I've heard of it and I may have eaten it.
An
Is it-
old-
is
have
it
you
like
ever
a
had
blackberry?
Have you ever had a Ricola?
An elderberry is an old berry.
Well, you're close. This little guy
I
with
don't
a
know if
walker.
I've-
Yeah, you ever had a
Brandon-
Ricola?
I've had a
Brandon got
Ricola,
that.
but not a Ricola.
Yeah, you've had one of those Ricolas?
Oh, yeah.
All right. The reason they're purple and the reason they work is
Yeah.
elderberry.
Okay.
Elderberry is actually, they're blooming all over town right now. They're the huge white sprays of flowers that look like baby's breath.
Okay.
So as you're driving down the highway, now you're going to look over and see these things on the
go,
roadside and go,
Ricola.
yep.
It's easier than saying elderberry.
Yeah, so the elderberry. But that is the plant that has made such a impact on like viruses because they have a lot of great antiviral properties to them. So
Alan?
it's a really cool plant to have.
You notice there's two things left. Well, there's two big pieces of pork left in my dish, but the rest of what's left in my dish is onions. I don't like onions.
It's okay. It's okay. They were there for the flavor.
Yeah, I just don't have to eat them.
And that's the other great thing with cooking. If you don't like something, if it's a weird texture or something like that, push it to
Do you
the
get
side
offended
and
when people
enjoy
tell you they don't like your
anything else.
stuff?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Because you did enjoy the pork, which was flavored by the onion, so you're just not an onion person. That's fine. Now, if I want to hide the onion in your dish, I'll grind it up finer next time. So, the one thing I've discovered with people is generally it is something about a texture or the vision of something. I've got a friend who just cannot eat a bratwurst. And it's nothing to do with the flavor or anything
Like
like
hot
that.
dogs? Or is it
Well,
just
it's just that type of sausage,
yeah.
that texture,
Right.
totally freaks them out. Totally freaks them out. They just can't eat it.
Well, that's what you do with kids too. You hide like mostly the kids. You're going to be hiding
Hide the vegetables,
I've ground up in the food processor. I know this is going to sound weird, but some vegetables and stuff. If I make a chili, let me grind up some broccoli. It's going to get tender. You'll never even taste it in
It'll
there.
all be a part of it. Well, actually,
Right.
you do a little bit, and that's usually the best batch you ever made.
Yeah.
That's like when people found out people were hiding carrots in the marinara sauce.
What?
Oh yeah,
That's sacrilege.
I see little carrots in marinara sauce.
Carrots in
Yeah.
a marinara.
Oh my gosh, that's a time-honored tradition. A little ground carrot right into that marinara sauce, and of course the kids are going, "This is the best spaghetti you ever made." You're going, yes, it is. You just have another helping there.
You have no idea. Your sight is going to get better in the next couple weeks if you
I'm
keep
gonna get
eating
you
it.
out of them glasses by the end of the summer. That's right. So
What do you call this?
that is just black pepper tenderloin.
Oh, okay.
That's very simple. You could have grilled it. You could have seared it. You could have stuck it in the oven. I just decided to thin slice it, throw it over some onion.
And your tenderloin, you got to. That's whether it's in the oven or outside, you got to do that slow, don't you? Like any other pork.
Well, the biggest
I'm just so
thing
used to
too,
eating pork barbecue and ribs and stuff. When I lived in North Missouri, they did a lot of tenderloin, and they seem to cook it a little bit quicker. And I'm used to it just being so tender and fall. I was like, this tastes a little firm here. I mean, come on.
All right, any major muscle group that you're cooking,
Yeah.
and especially like the tenderloin because that is a long
Right.
muscle. You're getting basically the whole muscle with just the little ends clipped
Not a
off.
lot of fat.
It is
Yeah.
pretty much all lean.
Yeah.
You're dead on the money there. If you slap heat on it fast, it's going to contract and it's going to firm up. Now, if you just kind of sauna this baby for a little while, it smooths out and stays what we consider that barbecue quality.
The difference.
But that takes, 4 to 6 hours of slow cooking versus dinners in 5 minutes.
The difference in making like a beef steak or bison steak or a burger or whatever. It's a little bit because bison's so much leaner than usually your ground beef, although you can get the very lean ground beef or steak.
Again, the more you have to look at these things, the fat is what makes things spread
flavor,
out, and that's the flavor.
Yeah.
Now, your muscle groups are always going to retract at heat.
Mm-hmm.
But then you get to everybody goes, well, what about a pot roast? That's fallen apart. That's been on the heat for 12 hours. Well, at a certain point, it gives up.
Yeah.
You break it down.
It's like getting a massage.
It finally gives in and starts falling apart.
That's why you get those hot massages, because it relaxes the muscle.
Well, and you know what? The cows that get those hot massages make the really, really expensive Wagyu and Kobe beef and all. There's a reason people do the things they do. The biggest trick, if you're going to, and I always hate telling people this, beef and like a pork tenderloin, beef is not good fresh.
That's why they age it.
That's why when you go to the steak restaurant, they have in huge letters up there, we have aged steaks.
Yeah.
Because they've had them babies in the fridge for a couple of weeks, letting all of those muscle fibers let go of each other and relax so that you get something you get your fork through. Meat. Now, tenderloin, if you're going to cook it quick, you got to me personally, I don't like that rope of pork.
Right.
I can tell by the look on Jeff's face. Yeah. He's like, no, I got served this thing and I chased it around the plate with a knife for 5 minutes trying to get some dinner. Thin slice. Anything that is tough, thin slice it. Now it's not tough.
Is this healthy, what we just ate today?
Actually, shockingly, yes. The onion's very good for you. The peppers are very good for you. It was a nice lean meat. The oil, most of the fat was removed. And what you have there were the juices from the mushrooms and the onions. So
you had 3 whole ingredients as far as like whole foods: the onion, the mushroom, and the tenderloin. The only thing that was noodles kind of processed, but that's why it's healthy. You've got actual food.
Yeah, this was just clean,
not manufactured
plain,
stuff.
And you asked me what came out of the backyard: the onion.
Right.
Where do you find the recipe for this that we just ate?
Well, you can just pop over to thecookingtodayshow.com. You can follow our culinary misadventures. Some guy named Brandon's on there with me a bunch of times. You might recognize him from Geek Tank Radio. So we have some culinary misadventures. We record them and put them up there, and you can send me a question if you need to.
And the recipes of everything that we eat, and we've been, I don't know how long you've been coming in here. We haven't dropped dead yet.
No, y'all been doing good, man.
Everything you're bringing is it may not be always good, but at least it hasn't.
We even made it through the mystery meat segment that time that wasn't meat.
See, that's Allan's way of sneaking stuff in. One day he tried to sneak some fake meat on us.
Hey, you ate it.
My kid last night showed me, Dad, you can make a meat byproduct out of flour and water. And she showed me the video of it. And she says, I want to do this. I said, I'm not eating flour disguised as a slab of chicken. No thanks.